Hey guys, what is going on? Robrigo here with the Noobs, and today we're taking a look at everything we know so far about the long-awaited announcement of the latest installment of the Battlefield franchise, known as Battlefield 2042. With this eagerly anticipated announcement, I'm not sure if it was a PR masterclass or more of a PR disaster to set the launch for 3 PM UK time, only for a 60-minute countdown clock to appear on screen. But we do now have all of the details available via both the trailer itself and Battlefield's updated website. So the first thing to call out is that this game looks amazing, with massive battles set across varying landscapes, ranging from Antarctica through to sprawling cityscapes in South Korea. So it's very good to see some variation in the maps there. We also saw some pretty massive skyscrapers within those cities that do bring back a lot of memories of previous Battlefield titles. It's also been confirmed that we'll see up to 128 players in a match. In terms of vehicles, we saw the typical tanks and helicopter battles, but we also saw what seemed to be a robotic dog, presumably one that you can call in to attack enemy players, which was mounted with a machine gun. It also looks as though we'll be able to maraud around in hovercrafts, which we saw on the Antarctica map, which also looks very interesting. Other vehicles spotted in the trailer included your usual things like quad bikes, and there was also a very Top Gun type feel to the dogfights with those somewhat futuristic looking jets. Although I must admit, I thought that the pilot jumping out of his cockpit to fire a rocket launcher at the other jet to then jump back into his cockpit was a little bit over the top. One of the most interesting aspects of this reveal trailer was the weather. Now, there was a movie released a few years ago whereby humans could control weather and create storms, and this looks to be very similar. We saw a tornado suddenly appearing in downtown city landscapes, complete with some sort of electric field within it, sweeping up soldiers, vehicles, and anything in between in its path. So it does seem that you may be able to call in some sort of mechanism to control weather and bring tornadoes down on your enemy, which definitely goes along with that futuristic vibe. In fact, there is mention on the Battlefield website, which has now been updated, of dynamic storms as well as environmental hazards. We've also had confirmed some of the game modes that we'll be able to play. Firstly, we have the all-out warfare, which will feature conquest and breakthrough on that massive scale of up to 128 players, as I mentioned. We'll also have something called Hazard Zone, where you'll be able to squad up and drop into an all-new, high-stakes multiplayer experience, although any further detail on that is still to come. There is definitely potential for additional gameplay modes, which are at the moment, in a rather teasing fashion, listed as redacted on Battlefield's website. In terms of maps, we've had 7 confirmed. They are firstly Orbital, which is set in Kouros in French Guiana, where we saw that rocket ship in the trailer. We've also got Hourglass set in Doha, and Kaleidoscope set in downtown South Korea. Next up we have Manifest, where we take to the dockyards of Singapore, and we finish up with Discarded Base, which is set in India, as well as Breakaway in Antarctica, and finally Renewal, which is set in the eastern desert of Egypt. In terms of live service, it does mention on Battlefield's website that we will be expanding on the progression through the story of Battlefield 2042 through seasons, each one lasting for about 3 months. Every season will come with a new free and paid for battle pass, delivering new content to chase after. In the first year of live service, it mentions on the Battlefield website that 4 seasons will be delivered, along with 4 battle passes, 4 new specialists, and more fresh content. It's also been confirmed that this will focus mainly on a US versus Russia type conflict, and the game will be a battle of the last 2 superpowers that pulls the world into an all-out war, with a new type of soldier emerging. As I mentioned, we'll be seeing battle arenas spanning from the city of Seoul to the deserts of Egypt, So it's a really exciting time for the franchise. We'll get a better feel for what's to come on Sunday, June 13th, with an official gameplay reveal, so definitely mark your calendars for that. It's no secret that Battlefield 5 was disappointing in many aspects, but this reveal trailer really did feel like a bit of a rebirth for the franchise, and in my opinion it was stunning visually. It's worth remembering that trailers can of course and do vary from their actual gameplay counterparts, but it has left me eagerly anticipating that 13th of June gameplay reveal that I mentioned. Let me know in the comments what you thought about the reveal trailer. Did it offer up any surprises, or is it exactly what you were looking for in the next installment of the Battlefield franchise? Take care guys, and we'll catch you in the next one.